We're just waiting a few minutes to wait till 8:30, and then we'll start jumping into it. Just making sure that the stream is nice and stable. It's a little bit of a lag on the stream right now, so let's see if we can work through that. And then we'll start going. Time is it? 2 minutes, and then we'll get started. Let's do the drywall. Shut that down so I don't get a copyright strike. All right, so we are just waiting till 8:30. Hope it's 8:30 now, and checking the lag on the stream. The software is a little weird, but the reason we're doing it over YouTube and not doing it on Instagram or anywhere else is being able to share the screen so we can all kind of look at this at the same time and have some fun with some of these predictions. So, all right, it's 8:30. Looks like we're good. Let's get started. I hope everybody's having a good day. I'm having a good day. I have not looked at any of these people yet. So the cool thing with this is like we get surprised, being someone who was previously on, on Love is Blind before, we don't know when any of this stuff is coming out. We find out just like everybody else does, and you end up seeing it on Instagram today. And I didn't know if I even really wanted to cover it, but it's kind of an exciting time. It's cool to see the new people that are going to be going through this. Obviously, it's in a new city. It's in DC, and I don't know. The reason I'm interested in doing it is because like the cards that you get for the people that so when you get to first see the people, obviously you just see a picture of them. You get to see their title, and you don't really get to see like any of their mannerisms, any of their personality, or anything like that. And it's interesting to see how different some people are, with their picture and their description versus who they end up really being in person and what you get to see on the show and who you don't end up seeing on the show. So, because there was, for us, it looks like here there's only 28 people, but for us there was 30 people, 15 men, 15 women. You get to see everybody's cards, and you only see a handful of us, like actually on the show. So I want to predict maybe who's going to get married. I want to see maybe who's going to be a little bit problematic. I know what that's like. I'm sorry for that. And I kind of just want to see if we can figure out, what their personality is going to be like on the show, just based off of what their card and what their picture looks like. So I haven't looked at any of this yet. This is me looking at it live with you guys. Let's see what we got. So where's it at? All right. So this is the actual Netflix website. So I guess we're starting off with the men. All right. So the men, right off the bat, I don't even know this guy's name. He looks like Sam. I think that was his name, Sam, from the UK version. I haven't watched the UK version. I don't know enough about it. I just remember him specifically for some reason. Who is this? Is that Bodan? He's 36. He's in tech sales. Okay, 36 and in tech sales. What am I thinking? 36 in tech sales. He looks like he fits the tech sales role. He's pretty well dressed. Got the style going on for that. I get that. So let's see a little bit of a description. A proud immigrant and Ukrainian refugee. Right off the bat, was not expecting that, so I'm already not knowing where this is going to go. So a proud immigrant and Ukrainian refugee says he is beyond grateful to now be living what he considers the American dream. Okay, I like this guy. My parents brought me to this country, so I think I've made them proud by fulfilling what they came here to do. Any future partner must embrace his history and unique upbringing because it gives people a more complete look. Okay, I get that. That's good. At what he values, where he comes from, the former Marine. Thank you for your service. Okay, I like this guy. Was previously married for 5 years, which he considers the craziest thing he's done for love. That's an interesting take on the craziest thing you've done for love. I feel like if you get married, maybe that shouldn't be the craziest thing you've done for love. Hey, okay. I ignored some red flags because I was in love. He's become crystal clear about what he is searching for, thanks to the power of my time and therapy. But picky eaters need not apply. If you're just eating chicken nuggets all day and are not open to trying other foods, I don't want it. All right. I feel like he's gonna be shown. I don't know if he's gonna get married, maybe, but I feel like he's gonna be shown. He's got the look for it. Sounds like he's got the personality for it, and he's got a really unique backstory with with him being a Ukrainian immigrant. I think that's awesome. That's a cool story. I don't know about him. I don't know about him yet. He's got the look. I don't know. I'm going to say he gets engaged, doesn't get married necessarily. We're just going to put it at that. Married, not engaged. Or excuse me, engaged, maybe even makes it to the altar, but doesn't get engaged. He seems like he kind of knows what he wants. Ex-military, so he might be really structured. I know what that's like and how difficult that can be for a partner. But the chicken nugget thing, I don't know. I feel like that's a little bit of a jab. I feel like he's been burned before. So I think he gets engaged, is featured, maybe doesn't get married, maybe gets to the altar. I don't know. So this is David. David seems like a pretty nice guy. I don't know. He gives me that vibe. He's a nice guy. I don't know what it is. He's a project manager. So for the past 6 years, former Navy officer. Okay, we got another military man. Thank you for your service. See, when it comes to dating, I've constantly been away and I've been close to proposing, only to fall short because of the logistical difficulties of long distance. Totally understand that. He says, now that David is hung up in a sailor cap, he settled into land in a new city. Physically and emotionally available for love. I want to find my person, deleting dating apps, starting any future partner must get serious, must respect the number one woman in his life. The key to my heart is, okay. David seems like a nice guy. And I don't want to, you know what? He could totally fool us with that, but David seems like a nice enough guy. Ex-Navy guy. He's looked for love before. Y'all are saying the mic's too low? Let me see what I can do here. Mic? How about this? Hold on. Sorry. All right. Maybe if I just sit closer, that'll really help. Is this any better? Let me know. All right. But David, he looks like a nice guy, ex-military guy. He has, tried to he's I don't know if it said he wasn't tried to get engaged or had proposed before, but it was the logistical difficulties made it a little bit too difficult. I feel like we don't see him. I don't feel like we see him all that much. There's something about him. He seems nice. I don't know. Something tells me we don't really see him a whole lot, but I could be wrong. This is going to be some personality, just based off the smile. Garrett, he's a quantum physicist. Garrett's my man. Garrett better get married. Garrett, he look at the smile. It looks like he's got a big personality. He's going to be an analytical dude. Being a quantum physicist. I think with him it is going to be black and white, and I think prediction with him is either he gets married and goes all the way, or you never see him. I don't think there's going to be a whole lot back and forth with him. It's going to be black and white. It's going to be to the point. He is either going to completely get along with whoever he may have a connection with, or it's going to completely fall flat on its face just because it's going to be so down the middle, black and white. I like him though. I like the physicist thing. I'm digging that. Fellow nerds, we got this. Who is this? This is Jason. Trying not to judge based off the occupation. He's a loan officer. Okay. Not going to read through all the descriptions and stuff just because I feel like that takes a little bit too long, but he's a loan officer. He looks like a loan officer. I know loan officers. I know mortgage originators. I know people who are in that industry. He looks that part. I think he's going to be another analytical dude. He's going to be very numbers driven. He's either going to be extremely dry and pretty quiet, or he's going to be kind of a wild card and be completely over the top. And, yeah. So who do we got? We've got, I think he gets shown for sure. Probably makes it to the altar. I don't think David gets a whole lot. I don't know. That one's a tough one. Garrett, I feel like Garrett, just by looking at his picture, he's got too big of a personality not to be shown, but I don't know if he's going to get along well with somebody just because he's going to be black and white down the middle, being a physicist. And then Jason, again, could be someone that we just don't really see a whole lot of because I don't know. It's the loan originator thing. And again, it's really hard to base it off these pictures because like all of our pictures don't really do you any justice. And we'll talk a little bit more about that when we get done looking at everybody, because I'll tell you what it's like to go through this on your first day. This is your very first day when you get to set and you don't know what is going on and you're just asked to take pictures. So we'll talk about that. But I don't know. I don't know if we see him. It's either we don't see him or he ends up being the heartthrob of the show and everybody loves him. That's my pick. He's going to be one or the other. Hi to, what is that? Takumi and Nicolette Carpenter. Hi, how are you guys doing? Who is this guy? Who is this goofy guy? Leo. That name fits you very well, Leo. Leo, you're an art dealer. Leo, you look like an art dealer. Why does everybody look so nice? I feel like when our season came out, we had there was some edginess to at least some of us, I think. I mean, you had Trevor, you had Vince, who was a bomb squad technician. Clay is a former track athlete. Like, I don't know. These guys all just seem really nice, and maybe that's a good thing for the show that they're a little better put together than we were. I don't know. There could be a lot of people getting married in this season. I don't know what's going on right now. But all right, Leo, you look like an art dealer. Looks like a nice enough guy. I think he gets engaged. I think he gets engaged. Now, I don't know who is and who is not going to get married. I hope Garrett does. I don't know. For some reason, I just like that guy. It's the physicist thing for me. I love that. Leo, I think he gets engaged. All right, Nick D. So there's a Nick D, which if they're putting a letter on the last name, that's telling me we've got another Nick here. So Nick D. Nick, if you end up watching this, I'm sorry. I'm going to give you the critical, just like we all got when our stuff came out. You're not wearing a belt, which maybe we don't have to wear belts nowadays. Okay, I get that. I don't know. There's something about the outfit. I don't even know what you do yet. There's something about the outfit that just. Someone said when the season 6 cast pictures were released that it looks like we all went into our dad's closets and just stole their clothes. This this is what this is giving me right now. I'm sorry, dude. You might be a really nice guy. I'm not trying to give you a hard time, but it is what it is. All right, Nick, real estate agent. I can see that. I could see Nick giving me a card. It's got his picture on it. In my industry and in my what I do for a living, I deal with a lot of real estate agents. And I'm not trying to throw any shade at any real estate agents, but you very much look like a real estate agent, sir. And you can't read a real estate agent because they've always got to put on a show. They've got to be, they've always got to put on a show. They've got to put on a front, and they have to be their best selves all the time. So Nick, what is this? Nick D. Nick D. I don't know about you. I don't think you get shown much. That's what I'm gonna go with. I don't think you get shown much. All right, so Nick P. I told you there was gonna be another Nick. I haven't looked at any of these yet, so we're looking at these live together. All right, so Nick P. Nick, I feel like something tells me again that it's just the way you're standing straight up, shoulders right at the camera, big smile. And I get that, the production teams and stuff like that, they kind of set up, how we're going to pose and stuff. Cause I think mine was, arms crossed, whatever. But there's something about the way this guy's postured that I feel like he's going to be shown. I feel like he's going to be shown. What's your commercial real estate agent? Oh, again, I like with what I just said with realtors, you don't know. I know realtors. I know the commercial space very well as well. Nick, I think you're going to be a problem. And I could be totally wrong. I think you're going to be a problem. Sorry, dude, but you might end up taking my role for the new villain. Please do. I've worked a lot on myself to make that not a thing anymore. So let's let someone else take that throne from me. Sorry, Nick. Who do we got? Perry, also a realtor. Okay. So either if you live in DC, you are either a realtor or you're in the military. It looks like there's not a whole lot in between, or a physicist. What is with the realtors right now? You again look like a realtor. I could see you up on a billboard with, we buy your house cash type of thing. What's your name, man? Perry. Perry, you look like a nice enough guy, just like all the other realtors look. Y'all look nice enough, but I can't remember the guy's name. From one of the other seasons, the dude who always wore the cowboy hat. I don't really get into the reality stuff all that much. I just find this part of it interesting. I think it was Cameron, maybe. I don't remember what his name was, but he kind of gives me that vibe. I like you more. I like you more, even though you're a realtor. I could see it. I think it's another one. Either he's shown a lot and gets engaged, or you just never see this man. I don't think there's going to be a lot of in between here. Okay, we'll recap some of these as we go through because there's a lot. What am I looking at, sir? You took my Hawaiian style and you just fucking sent it. We just sent it. I love this shit. I love this. Ramses, 35, program associate at Justice Reform Nonprofit. This guy's getting married. This guy is going to be the heartthrob of the season. Just by the style, the style alone is going to get your attention. So if he's dressing like this in his pictures, this man came to play on camera as far as like how he's gonna dress. Yeah, this guy's getting almost knocked my camera over. This guy's getting married. I think that one we could do that. He's getting married or he's breaking someone's heart. Here's what it is. This man is either going to get married or when the reveal happens, he's going to be disappointed in whoever he meets with and then ends up breaking their heart. I don't think we got much of a middle ground on him either. Fucking Ramses. You even have a dope name. Like the whole package is awesome. All right. Who we got? Raymond is a consultant. You look like a consultant. I don't know. Smile looks a little forced. The smile looks a little bit forced. You look like you might be uncomfortable being here. I don't think we see Raymond. I don't know. He looks a little uncomfortable. I don't think we see Raymond. This guy's got posture about him. What does he do? Electrician. All right. Steven. I like Steven. I like Steven a lot. He's a tradesman. With a tradesman, and that's kind of the industry that I kind of surround myself with. A tradesman is going to work hard. This is going to be a guy who gets up early in the morning. He's going to get out there and he's going to get the job done. Time is money. He knows what he wants to do. He's going to be one of two things when it comes to a tradesman. This man is going to be extremely well put together, and he is going to know what he wants, and he is going to know how to handle himself, and he's going to be great. Or he's going to be an absolute problem of a human being because the man likes to drink and has a hard time sticking to one person at a time. There is no in-betweens with tradesmen. You either have well put together or you have absolute dumpster fire, and it goes, I don't know. I want to believe in you, Steven, just because I believe in the tradesmen. You got to have good tradesmen out there. You know, Steven goes to the altar. We're gonna say Steven goes to the altar. Who is this magnificent man? Tamar, video editor and animator. I love him. I love this guy. His smile makes me happy. You hear people like, oh, smile with your eyes. Look at this guy. The red and black, my two favorite colors. I love that. We're good there. Tamar is going to. I unfortunately don't think we're going to see a lot of him. And it's based off of my experience with season 6. We had a couple get engaged on our season that was not shown. Big personality, dressed well, and I don't know the all details of all, what happened behind the scenes with that couple or anything, but they ended up not being shown at all. And Something tells me this is going to be in that same category. I don't know what it is. Dude, I think you look great. The smile, you got the black and red, and the shoes match everything. You got the white trim around the shoes that match the tie, the black with the laces, the red with the everything else. That's awesome. I just don't think we see him. Tim. Web content strategist. You look like a web content strategist. For some reason, you just give me someone who's going to be extremely even-keeled. You are going to have a good time on the dating piece with, in the pods. I could see at this point, without knowing anything else about anybody, I could see Tim getting married. I see Tim. I can envision the show, him being with someone at the altar. I see Tim getting married. And he's 33. He knows what he wants. I'm 32. I kind of know what I want at this point. I would hope so. Tyler. The red and black, man. I love the red, black, and white. He's an account manager. They're so vague with the how they explain these people's job titles. And it's wild because an account manager for what? Because I don't have a whole lot of information to go off of with you. Like, how do I predict your personality? You seem pretty level in this picture. There's not like it's a good picture. It's a good smile, but it's like not over the top. It's not like dreary or anything like that. It just I don't know. Make tenderhearted. Okay, tenderhearted. All right, so he's gonna be a nice guy. As soon as you drop tenderhearted in there, this man's gonna be a nice guy. I see him at the altar. All right, so we're on to the women. I don't know your name, but either, and we'll look in a second, but either you are going to be wholeheartedly mean or one of the nicest people on the show. Alexandra. She's a producer. Sure, Alexandra would love a diamond on her finger, but she's already got some precious metal of her own. My heart is made of gold, she says. I can get along with literally anyone. I'm really easy to talk to. Unfortunately, her exes haven't exactly handled her heart with care, both with our longest relationship and quite dramatically. One ex wasn't up for sexual orientation. Was up front about, okay. That's an interesting twist. Was not expecting to read that. Alexandra, 33, producer. I don't think she's shown. I think she's shown. I don't know if she makes it to the altar or not, but I think she's shown. Okay. Allie, master esthetician. Here's the thing with estheticians is I don't know how, and I'm not trying to say this to like knock anybody or anything like that. I don't know. I haven't read this woman's bio. She could be the sweetest person of all time, but my feeling with like estheticians and people who are in like the beauty industry and stuff like that is like, how much are you how much of your concern in a relationship is superficial versus like actually meeting, getting to know someone, or being based off of looks and stuff like that. And again, this is me being a dude. I don't do makeup. I don't do anything like that. That is a very superficial thing for me to say. And I know that. I hear it, but I don't know. You seem well put together. Let's read some of your stuff. Is attracted to a tall teddy bear man with southern charm, but somehow ends up dating short bald men. So she's giving. I think she's gonna be mean. The short bald man comment, that's a little mean. And like the tall teddy bear guys, like the country boys, the tall teddy bear country boys tend to come with a little bit of a wild streak to them. And then just straight up, I've ended up dating short bald men. I don't know. That came off a little mean. I think you could be great. I think you're going to have a huge personality. You look like you're going to have a big personality, but I think you might make it to the altar even. But I don't know how nice you're going to be. I think she makes it to the altar. If she gets married, I don't know, but I do think she makes it to the altar. Who do we got? We have Ashley A. So we're going to have another Ashley probably. She's a marketing director. You look like a marketing director. You fit that role perfectly. That is a sweet outfit too, by the way. That's cool. I like that. Without reading any of her tagline, just based off the stance, based off of, the smile, she's looking, she's like direct head on at you. I don't think she's going to mince a lot of words. I don't think she's going to be someone that is, how do I say that? I don't think that she is, what is her role? Marketing director. I don't think she's going to come with a whole lot of fluff. I think she's going to come with, this is what she wants. This is what she's after. She's going to be very direct to the point. She might end up with physicist, dude. You got two black and white type of situations right there. Like, I can see it. I can see her going to the altar. Maybe it's with homeboy Garrett, I think is his name. I don't remember. Ashley W., health and wellness educator. Ashley, you just won my heart. You won my heart. Health and wellness. I love that. Health and wellness educator. I don't know. You look really nice. You're just like, she's got like a softness to her smile, like the eyes. And we're being so analytical about these pictures, but I'll tell you why. Like after we look through this, like just because of how day one goes. But I don't see you going to the altar. I could see you potentially getting engaged. I don't see you going to the altar, and I see you being really nice and someone not treating that well. That's honestly what I see. So we got Ashley, we've got Brittany, we got another esthetician. It's how I feel about estheticians. And I'm not saying any estheticians are bad people or anything like that. That is not what I'm coming across as. It's how much of your relationship do you care about the looks of things, having to be constantly like worrying about all of that, or is it really the person that you're with, like internally, like what their insides are like, what their personality's like. That was the weirdest way to say personality, but okay. What's your name again? Brittany. I need some of your bio. Brittany regularly collects garbage with her Baltimore-based beach cleanup organization. 10,000 pounds so far. Okay. Brittany is going to be super nice. Brittany's going to get married. I just completely misjudged her. Yeah, I think Brittany does well. I don't know your name, but you look like you might punch me if I met you in a bar. Dylan, realtor and artist. I think Dylan might be a mean girl, and I don't mean mean girl in the sense of her like being like rude or anything and like necessarily all that mean, I guess. Like she might not be all that mean, but I think that people are going to perceive her as mean just based off of the look she might be giving. And again, it could be this picture. We could see the first trailers come out and she's the happiest, most bubbly person you'll ever see in the pods. Could be totally wrong, but based off this picture, I think she's going to be misinterpreted as being someone who's pretty mean. I don't know. I'm either going to be a genius by the way I'm like predicting all this, or I'm going to look like the dumbest prediction person of all time. So that's Dylan. I like you. I already like you. I don't even know anything about you. Medical device sales, and your name is Hannah. You are going to be a toss-up as well. You're either going to be the nicest person in the room, or you might be the meanest person that's ever come onto this show before. Hi, Layla. Can you back up? Thank you. Let's get a little bit of your bio. Depending on who you ask, Anna's lack of filter is either a blessing or a curse when it comes off to her dating life. I'm a very honest... Okay, she's going to be an asshole. Anybody who has to come out and like explain that in their dating life, if people don't like what they have to say because they're too honest about things, that is a very polite way of saying, hey, I don't understand how to read other people. And this is me talking from my own experiences. Her outfit is giving the movie Clueless. You're not wrong. I see that. But I've had to learn this about myself, and I've had to learn how to like correctly talk about things. I always, explain myself as a very honest and just direct person. That was a lack of me not being able to fully understand other people's emotions and maybe how they take things. And just because I'm being honest, I think I'm doing them a favor. But really, sometimes you're just being a dick by not truly explaining, like reading how somebody else is going to perceive what you're going to say, and it just comes across totally sideways. I think she's gonna be a little mean. I think she's gonna have a big, again, based off of experience, I think she's gonna have a big personality in the pods, and she's gonna get along with somebody very well, and then they're gonna meet her in the real world, and they're not gonna get along, and it's gonna fall apart. The very honest person thing, just yeah. So it comes off as rude or heartless. That's literally to a T. What? Yeah, you're. I don't know. Who are you? Katie. She's a sports marketing manager, right? Yes. If I was to ever imagine what a sports marketing manager would look like, this is exactly what I would envision. You fit that role well. You are going to be, so you're a sports marketing manager. Without even reading your bio, I'm sure this probably pops up in there at some point. So sports marketing manager, you are going to be in an industry that is predominantly surrounded by men. Being in the sports side of things, being on that and being in that world, you are not going to put up with anybody's shit. You are going to be very direct to the point. I think that you are going to come with a little bit of an attitude to you, but you could also be very nice if you are treated in the right way. Um, do you go to the altar? I think you potentially could. You're gonna have to be matched with the right person, though. You're gonna have to take someone who's gonna respect you for. Um, hey Katie, I have that dress too. Is that who this person is? um, Katie is gonna have to be with someone who is kind of a no nonsense type of person, and is gonna treat her with respect and talk in a certain way to her. That's just how I see it. But I think she could make it to the altar. Love the smile. Marissa, you're a lawyer. I'm not trying to be mean to Marissa here. Marissa, you're a lawyer. Obviously, you went through years of schooling. You've had to go through the bar exams. You've had to do all that. You've got your shit together, like in order to be a lawyer. But Marissa, it looks like you're in pain, smiling right now, and I'm sorry, but they just didn't. Again, you do have a beautiful smile, but they didn't give you the best picture on this one. Marissa's a lawyer. I'm trying to think who she could potentially be like matched with, because I think Marissa gets to the altar. I do think she gets to the altar. There are some men on the other side that are going to be very direct, kind of black and white type of people, and a lawyer is going to be like that, to the book. I think she can make it. And again, I'm really not trying to knock you. You have a beautiful smile. You're a beautiful woman. It's just the picture. It's the eyes. It's like they just like I wish I could like cover it where you can see what I'm talking about. But I can't do that because it's a computer. All right, we got to be coming close to the end. You are going to have an interesting career, just based off that dress. Sales executive. That's not. I mean, it's not that it's not interesting, but it's not what I was expecting. I was going to think like art director or something like that. Monica, 37, sales executive. Monica is getting engaged. Monica is 37. She's been through the ringer with people. She knows what she's looking for at this point. I think she gets engaged. Is she shown though? She's a complete extrovert. Yeah, she gets shown. She gets shown. She gets engaged. She gets shown. I don't think she gets married. And I have my own reasons for that I will keep to myself. It has to do with the EDM thing I just saw, the music festival. A lot of guys aren't into women who are out doing music festivals all the time. And it's just the truth. Like if you are 37 out doing music festivals, I don't know. I don't know. There is someone for you. I don't know if you can establish, unless one of the other guys, because I didn't read all their bios, they're super into that too. I don't know. I like you, think you could be a nice person, but the music festival thing kind of just threw me. I like the party, but I'm also incredibly sensitive. You're going to have an interesting career. No? Sales team lead. Okay, so Morgan, 33. This girl is done up. This girl's caring about her image. This girl, she's going to present herself well. I think she's going to do very well in the altar. I think she's going to also, or not in the altar. I think she's going to do well in the pods because she's going to have a personality. You could just tell by the way she's standing. The smile, all of it. I think she makes it to the altar. I think I also think that like, anybody she ends up with is going to be, highly attracted to her. I can see her getting married. What do you do? There are a few former pageant. Boom. Okay. Former pageant queen. I'm smarter than I look. I'm also an extremely kind, open, and honest. The superficial of modern dating. That's why I win. Absolutely Morgan exhausted. Most guys just can't match her emotional depth. Yeah. Morgan makes it to the altar. Morgan goes all the way. Morgan gets married. Or if she doesn't, she gets a broken heart. Who are you? You remind me of someone from my last season. Nina, she is a journalist. You look like you'd be a journalist. You also look like you might read Edgar Allan Poe novels, which is great. I love Edgar Allan Poe. It's not a knock. So, want to be Nina's lover? Well, you got to get with her friends and family, including her younger sister, who is also entering the experiment. If someone doesn't fit and seamlessly with that, hold on. So her sister's name is Tara. Okay, so this is her sister. They're both going to be shown. They're both going to make it to the altar, and it is a simply because of this storyline with them all dating the same people. Okay. There's going to be three things that are going to happen with this specific scenario, and I'm just going to go look over at Tara real quick. Senior marketing manager. Okay. By having two sisters on the show, is what's going to happen. Situation one. They both end up falling for the same guy, and it creates an absolute shit show of a dumpster fire. One of them gets engaged, or one of them gets engaged to the guy that they care about, and they come out. They end up meeting, and then all hell breaks loose because they, that's going to be a setup for a disaster. Two is they both potentially get engaged, get their hearts broken, or they break somebody else's heart. Something happens where it doesn't work out. They don't have to be the ones getting their heart broken. They could break somebody else's heart too, and it just falls apart. Or three, they end up being the sweetheart story of the entire show. They both get married, get to the altar, get engaged, do all that, and they ride off into the sunset, and it's the greatest thing. I think it's going to be either they fall for the same person and all hell breaks loose, or they both get married, both get engaged, ride off into the sunset. I'm leaning more towards they both get married. That seems like it's going to be a little more logical, but that's going to be an interesting one. Imagine being in a situation to where you're there with a sibling or even a close friend, and you're all dating the same people all the time and having to hear stories about that, and that's just an interesting dynamic. So Tara, we're going to skip over you because we kind of just went over that. Taylor, clean energy policy consultant. I'm just gonna be straight up. I don't see Taylor making it very far. I think she's gonna be kind of dry. I don't know why. Something about her. I don't know. Just not. Yeah. Jenny, account training coordinator. Again, Jenny, I don't know. You don't strike me. Bubbly and energetic, is at the end of a rope with his useless and disappointing dating scene in DC. This is my last and final shot. I don't think we see you. I'm sorry, Jenny. Oh, and that's it. Sweet. Oh, hey, and then there's season 6 down here. All right. So overall thoughts. I think they're going to, so with my season, one person got engaged, one person got, they went to the altar. They didn't quite make it through all the way. I think we're going to have 3 couples. That twin or the sister situation is going to be an interesting setup there. That's going to be interesting. Yeah. I think it's going to be the twins. I think the twins are going to be shown. The pageant girl is going to be shown. And I'm saying this because I don't remember their names off the top of my head. I think 2 other women will probably be shown as well. I can't remember their names. I think Garrett's going to be in. I just keep remembering him just because he was the physicist. I think that's the coolest thing. I think Steven was his name, the guy who was in the trades. He's an electrician. I think he'll be in, and I think he's going to be I think he's going to be great, or he's going to be an absolute train wreck, because there is no in-betweens when it comes to the trades and stuff like that. It's just not how it works. But as far as the other guys, I can't really... Oh, Ramses, I think, or Ramsey. What is it? He's getting married. Just the way he's presented, his story, he's 100%. Oh, and this guy, Tim gets married. He just looks like that guy. And I think Tamar doesn't get shown at all. I don't know. Something tells me that. So there's Steven, Raymond. I don't think Raymond gets shown. Yeah, Ramses. Something tells me he ends up with the pageant queen. I don't know. I just feel like that's a match. Whether they get engaged or not, I don't know that much, but I think at some point, even if they don't get engaged and maybe they leave the show and come back, I think. So Ramses and Tara. Who's your favorite from the men and women? My favorite from the men is my boy Garrett. Where's he at? There he is. It's just the big ass cheesy smile, and it's the physicist thing. Like, I think that quantum physicist, like that is, if you were to come at me and give me like one of the coolest things that you could do, tell me you're a quantum physicist, is fucking off the rails. Like, not what I would expect anybody to ever tell me. So I like Garrett a lot. I'm gonna be super disappointed if this man is just a shit show. Garrett and then Ramses is is gonna be my second there. And as far as the women go, Ashley. I like Ashley W. It's the health and wellness educator thing. Like, from my understanding of that, it's not like a crazy high paying profession, and I could be completely wrong with that, but you're there to work with people, and you care about their health and well being. So that's a big plus right there. And just, I don't know, she's got like a softness in the eyes and stuff like that. I really dig her. So Ashley is cool. And honestly, Brittany too. I was kind of a little put off, but then the whole, going out and doing the garbage cleanup and cleaning up 10,000 pounds is, and then she has little to no patience for dating trash men. She's an esthetician, environmentalist, and she likes to be adventurous. I don't know. So I like Brittany. I like Brittany, and I like Ashley here. You're calling Ramses and Tara. Tara was one of the sisters, right? Come on. Senior marketing manager. Yeah, I mean, I could see that. They look like they could potentially be a match. I just completely brain farted. Conspiracy. Ramses ends up getting the attention of both Nina and Tara, and then that's where the plot line thickens. So, yeah. But real quick, let's look at. So the reason we're going through these cards, and I'm trying to make these predictions, is because, like I said, going through this experiment myself, our cards just don't do justice for like who these people really end up being. I'll tell you, my card, I did look like I went into my dad's closet and dressed myself. Oh snap, here for it. Yeah, hold on, let's look at this. So let's look at six cast. So let's look at our cast cards real quick. All right, so you've got Alejandra, you've got Sarah Ann, Matt, Ken. Our boy Austin doesn't even have a freaking card. They gave him the city of Austin. You've got Sunny, you've got Ashley, you've got apparently I'm Matt. That's cool. Yeah, let's look at this. Hold on. All right. So Brittany kind of came off who you would think she was. She was pretty bubbly. She was cool. Alejandra, kind of, like I said, a little bit bubbly. And I'm looking at this kind of from like a bias standpoint because I know these people now. She matches up. AD 100% matched her card. Mackenzie, you never really get to see a whole lot of Mackenzie, but I think she's an makeup artist, esthetician. She comes off of how she would look or how she looks. Amy Kai. This was one that I don't think really fit the picture. And I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on the women because I'm going to sound like a dick if I do this. So I'm just going to jump to the guys. Let's just do that. Sarah, I know Sarah. Um, Danette, we never really get to see a lot of her. Sunny, Laura, no Laura and Jess. Danielle, Chelsea, everybody knows Chelsea. Amy, Amber, Ashley. All right, men. I'm just gonna throw it out there that our boy. Do I have any idea why there wasn't an after the altar episode for your season? Because one person went to the altar and none of us probably wanted to show back up for that. Just being totally direct. I think in this picture, Matt looks like he's going to come off with a lot more personality. And Matt is an awesome dude. He does have like a unique personality. But he looks like he's going to be a little bit more extroverted here compared to what he really is. I think Ken does as well. I think Ken, and again, Ken's a great guy. I think Ken comes off with a little bit more bravado and like, he's a lot more quiet in person than you would expect him to be when you see this picture. Austin is exactly who you would imagine Austin being. I fucking love Austin. He was our most interesting guy of the season. It's a shame that he didn't get shown more just because he was only there for a couple of days, but Austin was our dude. Jamal is exactly who you would imagine Jamal would be. This man dresses like this all the time. Jamal is the most sharp dressed man I've ever met in my entire life. He's a great dude. He was the one who got engaged to Alejandra. None of that was ever shown, so that kind of sucks, but he did get engaged. Jimmy is exactly what you'd imagine him being, except not wearing that. It's usually more of kind of like the college boy look. Didn't say that to throw shade, by the way. Like, just, I don't know. Vince, my boy Vince. Vince is a good dude. I don't know, Vince. I don't know if your picture. So Vince is a lawyer in real life. So he does frequently dress like this. He's a well-dressed dude. I think his picture could match. Like he's got a very nice personality. He's a very sweet guy. I think that matches. Clay, 100%. The suit, the suit's a little loud. He's got the track shoes on. Like that's Clay all day. Nolan, who you don't end up seeing, he was engaged. He did get engaged on the show. I'm not going to throw him out there to who he got engaged to. If he ever wants to say that, he can. But Nolan, I think, is not portrayed well in his picture. It looks like him. It's a good picture. But Nolan's pretty quiet, pretty kind of keeps to himself type of thing. I think by looking at this picture, you'd think he'd be a little more kind of like, I don't know, out like extroverted, if you catch what I'm saying. Trevor... Yeah, fucking Trevor, man. Trevor got. I'm not even gonna jump into Trevor. I love Trevor. That whole situation was fucking crazy, but I don't even know how to like compare his picture to him in real life. Like I don't get it. Drake, video producer. Okay, so with Drake, this is an interesting one. Drake is one of the smoothest human beings you will ever hear talk. By looking at this picture, I get more of like kind of a, I don't know, it kind of gives me more of a Ferris Bueller in this picture. But when you listen to this man talk, he is incredibly smooth. This man knows his music. Like he is just like, it's like butter every time he talks. Maybe the picture, now that I'm looking at it, the way he's leaning, he's got his hand in the pocket, maybe it does give a little bit of that impression, but the man, he was smooth. He's a smooth dude. Ariel's a very smart dude. I think this picture fits Ariel pretty good. He's a sharp dressed dude normally. He takes care of himself. Yeah, that fits him. And fucking my picture. It looks like, first off, let's just talk about this. I didn't do my hair. I didn't want to do my hair. I always wear hats. I went and bought all of this stuff right before I decided to go on the show. That face, that smile is the most uncomfortable. It's just, one of these, and it's just fucking. I hated this picture. Just so the universe knows, I hated this picture. Still hate this picture. Those Vans be super white though, but I don't think this picture did me any justice. I look a fucking Elon Musk, the cheap version of Elon Musk, Alibaba Elon Musk. Dion, this picture fits Dion. Dion's cool. Dion's a cool dude. I wish he would have been shown more on the show as well. Just the famous Elon Musk picture. Yeah, no, 100% the Elon Musk picture. And I mean, I get it. Like, kind of like maybe if I'm like directly on, I when I see pictures, I get it. But also like, I'm in much better shape. Like, I'm not fucking Elon. I'll take Elon's salary. I'll be good with that. I could do a lot of good things with that. But yeah. But Dion didn't get shown all that much, which is kind of disappointing because he had some moments when we were in the pods and in the lounges where he had a lot going on. Dion's a really good dude. We were able to connect over some, personal real life things that not going to get into that, but he's a good dude. Picture does him justice. Did you really just do that? My dog just yeah. Ben, this picture does this picture does Ben justice. Ben's a sweetie. He's a sweet guy in real life, and you could just see in his face. Yeah. Johnny, 100%. This fits him, and that's it. Yeah. So the relationship rewinds. Yeah. Oh, Johnny and Amy, Britton, Ken. Or Jeremy cleaning its own. Yeah. Cleaning is its own love language. I'm sorry. I'm looking at this and I didn't even know this was on this website. But anyways, I think we're going to wrap it up. We have been talking for 58 minutes. That's our predictions for the new season. I've never watched this show before. The only season I've ever fully watched was the season I was on. I did not really know it before I went on it. Kind of just did it on a whim. Didn't really know what I was getting into, but it was, hey, you know what? It all turned out the way it turned out, and we're here. We're having a good life. But I think we're gonna might do a little bit of a season 7 recap because now I'm invested because seeing it from the other side of the fence and being involved with the production side of things and seeing all the things that are and are not cut, it'd be interesting to kind of to break that down in a different way. So I think that's what we're gonna do. But we are going to end this tonight. Anybody who was watching, I appreciate y'all watching. I'll post this video up so it can be watched a little bit later on and see if our predictions are right. But other than that, I hope y'all have a great night. And yeah, it was fun talking to you. Have a good one.